Hello, this is problem number 5 found in your Geometry Part 1 textbook. This is under Lesson 2.1 and it's problem number 5 on page 84 of your textbook. You're finding a counter example. Now, what is a counter example for each conjecture? A counter example is one example that would make your thought or your conjecture to be not true. For instance, A here. If the name of a month starts with the letter J, it is a summer month. All you have to think is one example, which in this case the counterexample would be that January starts with J and it's a winter month. So all you have to do is come up with one example that would prove your conjecture or your thought incorrect, and that's called a counterexample. Look at B. You can connect any 3 points to form a triangle. The counterexample is, yes, some of them will create a triangle which, supports your conjecture. However, you only need one that will disprove that. And so the one on the right here, as you can see, is sometimes 3 points can be in a straight line, as you see here, here, and here. So that does not make a triangle. So that would be your counterexample for letter B. Now for C, when you multiply a number by 2, the product is greater than the original number. Now, for the most part, this conjecture is true, but it's only true for positive numbers. Because if you have a negative number, then it's false. And here's a counterexample. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And negative 8 is not bigger than negative 4. It may look bigger, but negative 8 is actually less than negative 4 on the number line. Okay? So, let's look at the got it section down here. What is a counterexample for each of the conjectures? If a flower is red, it is a rose. Well, I know a lot of red flowers. Azaleas are red, so you could say an azalea. You could say a tulip. They come in red. There's other, again, the list could probably go on and on and on, but you can think of a couple of flowers other than a rose that are also red, and those would be your counterexample. B, one and only one plane exists through any 3 points. So if you've got any 3 points, you could have, they could be in a line. They don't have to be necessarily in a plane that would go through that, because those 3 are collinear, but they're not necessarily in the same plane. Number C, when you multiply a number by 3, then the product is divisible by 6. So if I take a number, say 3, and I multiply that by 3, which is what this is saying do, take a number and multiply it by 3, I get 9. 9 is not divisible by 6. So therefore, that's just, again, one of many examples that you could have chosen for that to be your counterexample. I hope you understand a little better about what counterexamples are. Thank you.